So the saying, start it like you mean to make it, isn't just talking about having the right attitude. And I think we all would agree that having not just the right attitude, but being able to sustain the right attitude through bad times, through good times, through challenging times, through times where you're not sure about what you're doing, that's really important. You know, being able to keep the right attitude going for long enough to see success in your business or whatever else it is you're doing. That's really important. However, you can have the right attitude and the wrong structure. So starting like you mean to make it is also about having the right structure. So attitude is what you control internally, and structure is what will support a good attitude externally. So I'll give you an example. When I was in the gym just a couple of months ago, I was about to perform a clean and jerk movement. And I rushed into it, and you know, I did a couple of reps, and as soon as I put the bar down, it didn't feel quite right. And my personal trainer said, it's because you didn't get your setup correct. You didn't get your feet in the right position. You didn't, you know, get them the right width. You didn't get them, you know, pointing in the right way. And he said that, you know, you didn't set yourself up to be able to perform the movement. And it made me think about how many times I've not set myself up correctly in business, and how many people that I speak to who are entrepreneurs and who are struggling, maybe it's not what they're doing, it's what they didn't do when they first set themselves up, right? And a lot of that is about structure. And I think that there is so much material out there which can motivate and inspire us to keep our attitude, to keep the right attitude going. But there's very little information around structure. So what I would advise to anybody who is out there trying to set up a business is to make sure you put the right structure in place. So we're not just talking about whether or not you're a partnership, a sole trader, limited company, whatever. You know, that's a company structure. You can get some very good advice on that. But in terms of the structure you want to set up for your business in order for it to grow. So you may be a one-man band now, but in 6, 12, 18 months, you could have a team of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 50 people, whatever, right? And it's being able to set up the structure so that you can enable growth. So what does having the right structure look like? Well, if you think about all the different elements that make up a company, so the marketing, the PR, the sales, the finance, the operations, the human resources, and all the rest of it, no matter how big or small your business is, each one of those elements are still relevant. And it's putting a number of questions around each element. So if you're thinking about marketing, so you think about what you're going to do, who's going to do it, when it's going to be done, and why. And you put those questions around each one of those elements, and you ensure that they all line up together, that they all fall in sync or fall in line with the overall brand values of the company or the overall mission statement. Otherwise, what tends to happen is businesses go off in tangents depending upon the latest trend that's being sold to them, right? So if there's a new trend in marketing, or a new trend in PR, or a new trend in technology, entrepreneurs can oftentimes jump on bandwagons, right? And they are doing something, but they're not sure why they're doing it, or they're not sure they've got the right person to do it. So making sure that you put those questions around your business or around the elements of your business to ensure that you've got a tight structure, yeah, that makes sense. And that there are some core values running through your business, running through each department of your business, each element of your business, will make sure that you can sustain the growth. So when you start adding things on top of what you're already doing, you have a very, very strong foundation to build a great business.